Hi guys, assalamu alaikum, it's Farzeen and welcome back to my channel. So today I am back with the third episode of the beginner series, and in this episode we are going to talk all about hinges and inside pages. In the last video you learned how to make these bases. We built this 6x6 album base, and I also showed you the measurements for this 7x7 album, which I also wrapped up. So today we are going to put in the hinges and we're going to build the inside pages. Not build, we're just going to make the inside base pages. So yeah, let's get right into the video. But before that, please don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button and leave comments, and let's make the hinges. To make the hinges you need an A4 sheet that is 8.5 by 11 inches, and if this one I'm going to show you a 2-inch. We're going to make the hinges for this album, which has a 1.5-inch spine and it will have 2 pages. I need to cut this down to 5 3/4 because the inside pages are going to be 6 by 6 inches. You need this to be a 1/4 inch shorter than that, so 5 3/4 inches. And after that, building it can be intimidating to see how you build up the hinges. I know it was the most confusing thing for me when I first started off making scrapbooks, but then along the way I figured out it's not that difficult. Just keep the measurements simple and you're good to go. First you need to have some space that is going to go that you're going to glue on the other side of the bending line to keep it all secured inside the album. Right, so to build up the hinges, just score 2.5 inches, a 1 inch, 1 inch, half inch, 1 inch, again 1 inch, and then 2.5 inches. You'll have this axis here, just leave how much space you get here. So the thing is, you need a half-inch space between all the pages. So when you bend these up here, when we put this on the album, we're going to score here as well, and it will be a half inch, 1 inch, 1 inch, half inch, 1 inch, 1 inch, half inch, and the other axis is going to just go inside the album, and we're going to glue it down to secure everything in place. You can also score a half inch here beforehand and here as well. I'll show you that as well. But in other words, you're going to score 2.5, 3.5, 4.5, 5, 6, 7. And once we have that, just bend these two 1 inch scores. You're going to pull them together just like that. You'll have this half inch in between, leave that, and then just pull these two together just like that. In the last video I forgot to mention, but I'm mentioning it now. I'm going to have a PDF guide on the measurements for the hinges and the bases as well. All the basic measurements will be in that PDF. If you want to download it, the details will be all down in the description box below, so make sure you check it out if you're interested. So here we built the 2-page hinge. Now we're going to glue these together, these 1 inch scores together. I'm using glue, you can use your score tape. Now do the same with this one as well. Okay, so here we already have our hinges for the 6x6 album. Let me show you how you're going to put this inside the album. And after that, I'll show you, you're going to make a 3-page hinge. So let's put this in and then I'll show you the other one. So doing this part, you'll have to be careful. You have to line this up right in the middle. Right in the middle, just follow these score lines and just follow the score lines and see where to put your hinges. This is the most difficult part. I find this more difficult than building the hinges or anything else in the album, to be very honest. Line this up and down. And for the rest of the part, I just use my glue. And there we have the hinge. Burnish it, let it dry for a second, and then we'll score to bend it. Then we'll score the bending lines. Also make sure you burnish these on these both ways really nicely until these two get used to bending on both sides. So this is how you build the hinges and how you put it inside. So for this 6x6 album, I've already made the 6x6 inside pages, and let me show you how you can put them in. This is how you slide them on the hinges. See how easily they slide in? That's the reason we kept the hinges 1/4 inch shorter than the base pages. Here is how it looks. We have our base ready here. So here we're going to put another sheet of paper. You can just cover this up like this, or you can put a whole 6 1/4 by 6 1/4 piece. So it's all very symmetrical. Let me explain. This base is 6 1/2 by 6 1/2. The inside page that you'll use to cover this side up will be 6 1/4 by 6 1/4. We have the pages 6 by 6, and these hinges are 5 3/4. So a 1/4 inch difference in between everything that we're putting. Now let me show you how to build a 3-page hinge for the 7x7 album, and then I'll show you how to build the inside pages for the 7x7 album as well. So here is another piece of 8 1/2 by 11. You have to cut it down to 6 3/4 because the pages are going to be 7 by 7 inches. So, and you're going to score 2 inches, a half inch, 1 inch, 1 inch, half inch, 1 inch, 1 inch, half inch, 1 inch, 1 inch. Or score at 2 inches, 2.5, 3.5, 4.5, 5, 6, 7, 7.5, 8.5, 9.5, and leave the rest. And just pinch these, leave these two scores, the 2 inch and the half inch, and just pinch the 1 inch scores together. Again, leave this half inch and pinch the 1 inch scores together. Again, pinch the 1 inch scores together, and the rest is the same as we did for the 6 by 6. Just you're going to put the glue in here and just put it inside the album. So let me show you how to make the inside pages. We're going to need 6 pages, 3 pages that are 7 by 7, and then 3 pieces that are 8 by 8. 7 by 7, 3 pieces, and then 8 by 8, 3 pieces. On these 3 pieces, you're going to score half inch here and a half inch here, and just bend the score lines just like that. And use this 7 by 7 inch piece and put it right here on top of these 2 bending flaps. Make sure you line these up really nicely, just like that. And this is how you build all the inside pages, this 7 by 7. And sorry, you're going to need, these pieces are going to be 7 by 7, and then these are going to be 8 by 7. So score at half inch on the 8 inch side, half inch here and half inch here on the 8 inch side. And for the 6 by 6, you're going to need a 6 by 6 and another piece that is 6 by 7 inches. So score half here on the 7 inch side, and just build up your page. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope this video was helpful and this beginner series is being helpful so far. Let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button, and yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Take care.